All right, thank you guys. With the continuing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, there has been more and more talk about cybersecurity across the globe and here at home. But here's the question, what does that mean for you and I? And how do you stay safe? So I invited TJ Hurt, a cybersecurity specialist at Vista Bank, to join us to really break down kind of the big picture of cybersecurity right now and also tangible things that you can do to stay safe. Good morning, TJ. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Hannah. Thank you for having me.
Everybody's talking about Russia, Ukraine. There was just an address from President Zelensky. Can you give us a big picture look at what cybersecurity, the state of it right now, in reference to what's going on across the globe?
Certainly. From our governmental organizations, U.S. Secret Service to FBI, they've all had us get our shields up. That's from the top of the infrastructure down to the man on the street. Everybody needs to be more cyber aware in this climate.
And I really like that term, TJ, cyber aware, because our intention is not to alarm anyone at home. It's the idea of being aware of what's going on and then talking about what you can do. So my next question is, we hear cyber attack, and that almost sounds like a vague term.
Sure.
So what does this look like, especially for the everyday Joe or Jane?
Right. 90% of all cyber attacks come from email, email compromise. That's links inside of your email. Last year, $1.8 billion in fraud from cyber loss through email.
1.8 billion, that's a huge number. So you're gonna tell us things that we can actually do to stay safe in our day-to-day lives. This first one, and it sounds so simple, but I think this is true for so many things. You say your best cyber defense is your gut. Explain.
Absolutely. I could buy all the software in the world, all the hardware in the world, but it will never be better than what's inside of you. If you see a link from somebody that you don't know, or maybe you do know, and it just feels off, it's probably off.
Yeah.
And that's going to be better than any sort of security. So if you have something like that, delete the email and just move on.
There you go. The next one is phishing scams. Be on the lookout for them. I hear the term, but again, what exactly is a phishing scam?
Okay, so a phishing scam is essentially anything that's going to elicit a response from you, whether fear or money or a prize or compassion. In this instance with Ukraine, they may be sending things to you that are related to Ukraine, and it's going to provoke you to do something, and that's their goal.
So that was really interesting to me, TJ, because when we think about this, I think a lot of people are imagining, Russia trying to tap in. But one way that you're saying to be on the lookout is organizations looking for donations to causes that maybe you're connected with, like Ukraine, and maybe they aren't legit. That brings us to our next point, and you say rely on reputable information and websites. How do we know if they're reputable?
Absolutely. I mean, I think you kind of know. I mean, if it says ABC News, that's a reputable news source. If it's AP, anything else that's got like breaking news or anything like that, it may not be reputable. Again, it may try to elicit response. Click here for the latest details on Ukraine. You're giving up just additional bits of your information.
All right, speaking of giving up bits of information, we are in the age of oversharing. I can't have a salad without posting it on social media. You say don't give away all your info on social, but what would this look like, giving away your information?
Absolutely. Cyber attackers are really advancing a lot. They've gone away from the Prince of Nigeria sending out crazy amounts of emails to something that's specific to you. Hey, we just saw you were at this restaurant. We'd like to give you a $50 gift certificate. And you just posted your salad, and you think it might be from them. You fill out a bit of information, and now they have what they need from you.
Okay, so this is one thing we were talking about on the phone. If there is any question, delete the email, delete the message, and you can even pick up the phone and call and say, hey, was this you guys? Or you said, if it's that important, they'll reach back out.
Absolutely. Anybody that needs to get a hold of you, emails are primary communication these days, but they're going to reach out to you.
So the next one is simple, and we were actually talking about this yesterday, but the password that you choose for your accounts, devices, what's a good rule of thumb for putting that together?
Longer the password, the better. It should be something personal to you that's easy for you to remember but hard to guess. 12 characters is a great place to start. If it's available, multi-factor authentication, that's that little push to your phone or the thing, and I know it's annoying, but it's a small amount of annoyance for a world of cybersecurity.
DJ, we were talking about this yesterday, and the multi-factor, it's such a pain. Right. And you said, you know what? I'm in IT, and it annoys me too, but it is so worth it.
Absolutely. It's just an extra level of protection.
TJ, I cannot thank you enough for coming.
Absolutely.
And really great tangible information that people can take action on. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.